Welcome back, my friends. We're on Odin Valhalla Rising. We're going to go over last weekend's server versus server. It's called World Dungeon. You can go in there and you can fight bosses to get to the next phase. There's 3 phases, and at the 3rd phase, if you beat the dragon, you get to be, immortalized in this leaderboard. But we had a lot of PvP in there last weekend, and I want to show you that because it's a really good chance for you to go every weekend to show off the power of your guild versus other guilds. Now you can team up. You don't have to fight, and we didn't want to fight. Once we went into phase 2, another group from phase 1 on a different phase 1 came in, and instead of wanting to fight the boss with us, they proceeded to talk to us like they knew us. Like they knew me specifically, because I think Berserk, the guild that we've pretty much eradicated on our server, told them a lot of things about us. So we were trying to talk to them civilly. Come on, let's fight this boss. Let's get to the final phase. There's really no reason for us to PvP, and they just weren't having it. They said something like, the next hour of us farming you will make their day. So we're going to show you what happened with the Meow Guild, us fighting that boss, and how cool the World Dungeon is. And it's every single weekend. You're going to see me stream it again on Sunday. So look for the links down below for Twitch and YouTube. I'll be streaming to both. And if you're not playing Odin Valhalla Rising, come and join us. The Discord is down below as well. We have links down there for you to download the game. Come and join us on USAsgard 06. That's the server I'm on. You'll be able to level up. Come over to our guild. There's so many events going on right now to get you leveled up. So there's 10 minutes till the bosses spawn. There's 3 bosses in the region. You can go to any boss you want, and if you get last hit on that boss, you're able to go into the next phase. Your whole guild will. So we went to Managarm. It's the easiest one that doesn't have ads. It doesn't spawn all these massively strong ads that take out our DPS and our healers. We just need a really strong tank, and we've got the strongest tank in the game at 53,000 CP. Z Nasty is without a doubt nasty, and he holds the guild together by being able to tank this boss all day long. So we beat that boss and we have the portal open up. Then we go into the next phase. Good times. On the 2nd phase, we go north again to this boss that spawns tentacles. Now, as long as you take him away from all these tentacles, he's pretty easy to manage. And we were hoping, all right, we'll be able to fight this guy and hopefully get into phase 3. We had like an hour and 15 minutes left. And it took us, 45 minutes to kill the previous boss. So we were doing okay on time. We just needed to make sure we had enough damage. While we're fighting him, we get jumped by other players. And we try to talk to them. It was the Meow Guild. I can't remember what server they're from. So they were on a different instance of the first phase with other guilds. And they got the last hit on whatever boss to come in there. Now, we could have teamed up together and definitely beat this boss. And one of the guilds would have gone into phase 3 and gotten some rewards for killing this boss. We tried to talk to them about doing that, and they just weren't having it. I think they got some information from Berserk, back when Berserk used to talk to them and try to team up with them to fight us anytime they could in this World Dungeon. And they saw my name, and immediately, and I'd never seen them before, I never talked to them before, immediately they wanted to fight. And they started talking about fighting us so much that this one guy said that he'll fight us all day and it will be his pleasure to do that instead of, downing this boss and trying to get some loot. So we were like, okay. So then we started to organize. At first, we really weren't organized. We were just, fighting them briefly, going in at small groups instead of getting together. Always, you got to group up together. Always take out their DPS or their healers and ignore the tank. You never worry about the tank. Now, tanks like Z Nasty can do insane damage, and they are extremely hard to get away from. But when you see them out there and you see a healer, you kill that healer. It's going to be far easier because they're not mitigating all that damage like a defender does. And if you see a DPS, you kill that DPS. So it was pretty simple. We just rallied behind our tank, Z Nasty, and then anytime we saw any kind of heals or any DPS like a sniper or an archmage, we killed it. And they were falling down. They were falling down over and over. And yeah, we were talking back to them a little bit. We weren't talking crazy nonsense. We still want to be friendly with these guys. One day, we probably do want to group up with them and try to move into the last phase and then somebody to beat the last phase. Nobody has beat the final boss yet. So I hope those guys had a good time, even though they talked all this nonsense and then they left. After we kept beating them over and over, they left the server-verse server and we were there alone. So we finally just left ourselves and had a great day. This can be a good time for anyone because there's different tiers to this world dungeon. There's the top tier and then there's a lower tier that you can go into if your guild isn't that strong. And that lower tier I think would be a lot of fun because those bosses are going to be much easier to beat. And any of the monsters on that stage are going to be much easier to beat as well, and they give really good experience. So come and join us. The links are down below. Join our guild, join any guild you want to, and experience this. It's a really good part of the game, and there are big updates coming. From all the updates we just got recently, and we can see other updates from what they had in Korea and in Japan, there's some really good stuff coming down the line very, very soon. So make sure you subscribe and I'll keep you up to date with all the details with Odin Valhalla Rising. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your time, your love, and your support, and I will see you all in a video soon.